So here's your first look at a real and fake pair of the Merky FC Predator. Can you spot any differences? Hopefully this video helps you. Hello, so today we're taking a look at a real and fake pair of the Merky FC Adidas Predator, designed by Stormzy and Adidas. As you can probably tell, this is the retail one, this is the fake one, just to help you at home if you're trying to authenticate your pair. So I must emphasize it does not support the counterfeit industry in any way, it's just to help you at home if you're trying to purchase a retail pair. So firstly, we'll unbox the retail one. It obviously comes in this Merky FC design box, which I actually think is really cool. You've got details on the side, details on the front, and then it slides open. Do like that. Comes with just the normal Predator. Would be cool if they'd done some Merky FC Predator text on that. Here are the boots. We'll take these out. What I would say is this pair didn't come with a boot bag, or at least mine didn't. Pretty annoying. I wish it come with a boot bag, but nothing. So we'll move the boots to the side. And then the fake one here has just come in this plastic bag. So we'll open these up, take out the boots. So, and then we'll get into the details. So straight out of the box, can you tell any differences between these two? Let's dive into some of the details. So the first thing to note is on the retail pair here, it does come with a large number of labels because these were purchased directly from Adidas. So I'll move that to the side here. Fake one has no labels on either boot, as you can see here. Yeah, that's a big difference. If they're dead stock, they should come with labels. So we're going to focus on the right boot first. And there are quite a number of noticeable differences. So let's start with the tongue. So here's the retail one here. You can see it's a Volt yellow tongue, which is really obvious. It has the Merky FC details on it. If I show you the fake one, you can see it's a much lighter color, and the Merky FC details are very different. And also the strike skin on top of the tongue is very different. Much larger on the fake one compared to the retail one. And in terms of the tongue size, you can see a huge difference here. If you look at the strike skin upper, you will see it does have these kind of like lightning bolts on the upper, but they're very subtle and hard to see only in certain lighting, so you can see it here. However, if I show you the fake one, you can see it does have them. However, they're much larger in certain sections compared to the retail one. So if I hold them up side by side, you should be able to get an idea of the size difference. They're much thicker on the fake one compared to the retail one. A common difference between the retail and fake Predators is on the retail pair here, you see the Adidas stripes on the outside and see how they're spaced. If I show you the fake one here, look at how they're differently spaced. So you can see there's much larger gaps in between each of the Adidas stripes. Also, if you actually look at the Adidas stripes, you can see much bolder on the retail one compared to the fake one. Fake one's like a pale yellow, doesn't really have that kind of Volt yellow green look that the retail pair does here. That's an easy difference between the two, and probably one of the first things I'd look at. On the outside of the retail pair here, and we look at that Predator text, and you look at the material change there, and look how sharp the corners are just above here. If I look at the fake one here, you can see the Predator text is a lot smaller, and also that corner where the material changes is pretty flat. It doesn't have that sharp angle like it does on the retail pair. As you can probably see there, the retail pair comes laced. This is dead stock, never been worn. Laced all the way to the top lace hole and underneath the tongue. But I'll lift the tongue up later, but as you can see, it's laced all the way to the top. This is how the fake one came. As you can see, 2 spare lace holes on the top, hasn't been laced all the way. Don't really know why they do, it just seems a bit lazy, but it's not fully laced up on the fake pair compared to the retail one. On the inside of the boot, and we look at the strike skin on the retail one here, you can see the sections where the strike skin aren't really indented, it's just kind of layered on top very clearly. However, if we look at the fake one, they've like indented the sections very clearly. You can see the kind of rectangle shape around the strike skin where they've slotted the strike skin in. I'd also say the spacing is definitely off, and it's much larger on the fake pair compared to the retail one. May not look it on the camera, but I promise you this is definitely off compared to this. And also look at that toe box shape, very different from retail to fake. Spinning the boot around to the back, and we look at that Adidas logo on the tab on the back here, you'll be able to see the retail one here is a much darker grey tab compared to the fake one. But that's not the only difference. On the retail one here, you'll see the Adidas logo right at the back here. It's pretty much like a rubberized texture sticker which is layered on top of this grey material. However, if we look at the fake one here, it's actually painted on and is the same material. So there's no kind of added texture at the back here, which is a noticeable difference between the two pairs. What I find quite hard to show you, I'll try, is the 30 on the inside of the heel there. At the back of the retail one here, it's a much larger 30 than it is on the fake one. Hopefully that shows up, but that 30 there on the fake one is much smaller than it is on the retail one. So what I would say about the retail pair here is the ankle part here feels a lot thicker. The material feels a lot more sturdy and better made than the fake one here, where the material is a lot thinner and it just doesn't have any sort of stability around the ankle at all, and you're pretty much guaranteed to get injured in these. Taking a look at the back of the boots once again, and we look at the heel cup here. If you look at the retail one here, hopefully you can focus, it goes like a kind of blue-grey kind of colour compared to the fake one, which is a pure black. So there's a clear colour difference between the two. Spinning them upside down and taking a look at the sole plate, you'll be able to see a clear colour difference once again. One noticeable difference is the upper section here and the lower section here are a matte black finish compared to that of the fake one, where you can see it's a glossy finish here and a glossy finish there. Also, if you look at the Merky FC details, much larger on the retail one compared to the fake, and much bolder and more obvious. Zooming in on the Predator text on the elastic, you'll be able to see it's slightly lighter grey on the retail one compared to the fake one. However, it is actually reasonably close. Let's take a look inside the boots now. So the retail one here comes with this paper shoe tree. It actually comes with two paper shoe trees on the inside, if we can get that one for the toe box. So two paper shoe trees, whereas the fake one just comes with one. Pretty different paper, but nobody really cares about the paper. It's just to show you the differences. Move that to the side. We'll take a look at the insoles. Take out the retail one. Take out the fake one. So a noticeable difference is the fake one is a lot more flimsy than the retail one. The retail one's not relatively thick, but it is a difference. Also, if we look at the upper of the insole, the fake one here has a kind of textured insole, which is quite cool. But the retail one here is a soft comfort insole, as you can see. In terms of the branding, relatively close, but a difference in sizing and thickness, as you can see. So I've taken out the insole of the real and fake pair here, and we're going to see how flexible the boot is. So the fake one, if I do this, just completely collapses into a ball. The retail one, same effort, can go to there. That is the same amount of effort. I can let me push in as hard as I can, compared to this one where like it collapses. That is ridiculous. So tell me, which one would you trust on your feet? One with a little bit more stability, or one that collapses into a ball? Yeah, I would choose this one every day. The final difference I'm going to point out, and this occurs on pretty much all Predators, on the inside here you'll see it has this texture to the upper material, as you can see, which is pretty obvious on this. However, if we look at the fake one, they've got it, but it's pretty squared off, as you can see, very angular. It's not as accurate as it is to the retail pair, so a clear mistake there. But the main difference I would look for is the colour of the tongue, the size of the tongue, and all the branding across. The 3 Adidas stripes on the outside are an obvious difference between the two pairs. And then finally, the sole plate is another obvious difference. Hopefully this video has helped you at home if you are trying to authenticate your pair, because this one is a really nice pair. I do like the Merky FC Predator. And I'm not sure how much it's going for, but I think it retailed for about £240. Might be a little bit more now. But yeah, hopefully this video has helped you if you're trying to purchase a retail one. Please like and subscribe, helps me grow the channel, helps me do more videos just like this to help you at home. And if you want a little bit shorter content, I do these kind of things on my TikTok as well, so follow and subscribe to that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day.